So, this is the end state to the extremely long motorcycle ride from Tucson, Arizona, back to Alaska. The three of us took. Let's see here. Put that right there. So, there was a couple issues with his Ryker throughout the trip.
Yeah, limp mode a few times.
Few times?
More like 6.
So after the first day, we made it to Las Vegas. We crashed out there, and then not even 15 minutes into riding on the second day, we went into limp mode. And from there all the way back to Alaska, it would be stopping at multiple shops, paying out of pocket to get them to take the code off because nobody could figure out what was going on. And had I enacted warranty work, they wouldn't release it to me, and we would have had to come back for it, and that just wasn't viable. So, upon getting back to Alaska, we turned it in. 3 months later, we received the vehicle back for 1 day, and we made it, to the house when it went back into limp mode?
Yeah.
Okay, so we made it here. It went back into limp mode. The following day, we brought the Ryker back. In total amount of time, it was over 6 months that it was in the shop. Won't lie, I was fuming at Can-Am because nobody could give me answers. And I'll say it's not the mechanic's fault at the shops. I think Can-Am needs to reevaluate how they approach a problem, because that problem could have been fixed after the first month if they just would have sent someone from their main shop out here to get it dealt with, or figure out a better way to do business in the sense of repairs. As in, the shops know how to do everything and have all the proper programs to knock everything out themselves without dipping in and having to call Can-Am 800 times and having to wait for X amount of time in between the calls. All of that is just a suggestion to Can-Am if they ever see this video. But I'm not going to say the amount. Adriana, I believe her name is Adriana from Can-Am. She was very much so the most helpful person that I dealt with Can-Am directly. The first 2 people that I dealt with at Can-Am were just absolutely the most condescending, rude individuals on the planet. And trying to explain to them what's going on, they just couldn't get it through their head, or they just didn't care, and they had an attitude problem about it. But she went above and beyond taking care of us once it got to her. She extended the warranty on the vehicle, and like I said, she went above and beyond in giving us a store credit for the loss of time and the inconvenience. And I will say this, it was about 10 times more expense. She gave us 10 times more than I thought that they would have even considered giving us, considering the circumstances. But truly thank you to them. Now that I've explained the Can-Am situation, what did you think of the ride?
Pretty fun. Didn't take super long. I thought it'd take a little bit longer than it did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the best parts of it?
Scenery.
Scenery?
Yeah, and traveling through the states that I've already been through.
So what you're saying is every part of it.
Yeah, basically.
Even
I didn't like the big cities.
Yeah, riding through the cities suck. because people drive like assholes.
I got a lot of looks though.
Yeah, because the Can-Ams they stick out. They stick out
like a sore thumb.
Yeah, we had multiple people at gas stations talk to us about it. We even had a dude in we were just shy of Boise, Idaho, that talked to us for 30 minutes. He literally was coming out of the gas station, or no, he was coming out of the drive-thru, stopped in the middle of the drive-thru, like right at the exit of the drive-thru, and stopped and talked to us about his Can-Am for a while.
Yeah, and then was confused on how he would get to Alaska because of the U.S. map.
Yeah, he was confused how we'd get back to Alaska because he thought Alaska was in the middle of the ocean because of the maps. But all in all, great dude. We had to listen to multiple family members cry about how dangerous it was, that I can't believe that we would be doing this. And here's proof. Can-Am really, truly, the Rykers, the F3s, the RTs, and now Can-Am. I said it.
You mean our girl?
Yes. They really give you a peace of mind because outside of that's the first really, really, really big ride that either of them have done, and that is the longest ride that I've done to date. And I was nervous about the first 2 days. You can see in the videos, that's why I started mounting the camera on the handlebars, because I kept looking back every 2 seconds, and I'm sure I was making everyone quite sick with that. But the Can-Ams really give you a peace of mind for safety. Did you feel safe?
I felt like I was holding on to a hero.
Holding on to a hero. I like it. Honestly, it was probably, without a doubt, one of the funnest things I've ever done in my entire life. Being able to do trips like that with loved ones. You'll hear people on the motorcycle come down on the Can-Ams. Oh, they're not real motorcycles. Dude, I've been riding motorcycles since I was a kid. 2-wheel, 3-wheel. It's a motorcycle. It's fun. It's relaxed. Does it handle differently? Yes. But it's still freedom at its finest, and absolutely wonderful. It even handled the really terrible, terrible roads there on the stretch between Canada to Alaska. It handled them very, very well. Even though we were stuck in a humongous snowstorm. I didn't get to get all of it on video because I made the mistake of thinking, oh, I'll be fine. I'll be able to transfer all the data off this camera in the morning. And that definitely wasn't the case because it told me I had basically like 14 hours of upload time between the camera and my computer. So missed out on the last day and a half and stuff. But outside of that, we have had a really good time. What'd you think of riding in the snow on those sketchy roads on the 3x, since you ride 2-wheeled motorcycles, the Tenere and whatnot?
Honestly, it wasn't that bad.
Okay. So
the hail was pretty bad though.
Yeah, that was pretty awful. If there's one takeaway from this, would you agree with this statement? Can-Am needs to, on the Rykers, make the fuel tanks at least 2 gallons bigger so you can go for a little bit longer before having to stop.
Yeah. I mean, overall, they got around the same mileage as the Sea to Sky.
No, I always had like 160 miles left. Yeah, dude.
Well, we still got more than what the estimate was.
Yeah, you guys were getting like 180 to 200 miles to a tank of gas. But then again, you were in limp mode cruising at like 55. So that definitely saves massive amounts of gas on that. So cruising along at 55, yeah, you lose a little bit of time, but you can go 180, 200 miles on a tank of gas on one of the Rykers, which we found that out, and it's really cool. I was quite shocked and worried about it. I thought on the stretches up in the Yukon, from the Yukon to Alaska, I thought that we were going to run into problems needing to bring gas cans, and just totally not the case. It made it between the towns just totally easily with no stress whatsoever. See the sky? Holy crap, that thing is, it's like riding a Barca Lounger around. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, to those that doubted us, fuck you. I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
And all in all, thank everyone. It was a great time. Like I said, circumstances brought us down to Arizona with having had a death in the family, but we turned a tragedy into a little bit of a come up in there, and totally worth it. I recommend the Can-Am, all variations of it. I recommend them 10 out of 10. Relaxing, fun, and if you have people that you're concerned with clutches, things like that, just go with the 3-wheeled vehicles, man. It gives you peace of mind. Absolutely loved it, and I definitely, again, I want to say thank you to Can-Am for what they did. It took you a while, but at the end, you really took care of us above and beyond, and we appreciate that. And got anything you want to add, bud? Nice cat.
2 cats. No.
All right, cool. Thanks for listening.